Hey warriors, it is Wednesday, February 5th, and all I have is old news because if you're following me on TikTok, you already know Hope went and got spayed, our car broke down, Batman's sick and feeling better, but now, and Minnie Mouse is as loud as she can be. You see Spouse right over there in the background. He's home from work because the weather sucks, so just kind of get I'm sorry, just kind of giving an update. We're gonna ignore this thing because I know it's there and I'm doing the best I can, and I get them every year and it sucks, so but yeah, Hopesy Popesy went and got spayed. She did really well. She got home and wanted to jump on the bed and was jumping up onto me, being just her normal, beautiful, playful self. We do have her in a kennel. We take her out on our leash and separate. We gave her all her pain meds last night, and then we did again this morning. You can't even tell that she just had surgery, so that's a really good thing. She is, for some reason, she is very mad at Newt. Ugh, excuse me. And I don't rather know why. He'll walk up to her kennel and she'll like growl at him, and I don't think it's a mean growl, but she didn't used to, and now she is. She's not doing it with Bear Bear or Noel, so I don't know. Our car went down. That's why Chief took her in. The power steering pump has went out, and it actually went out on Sunday when I was at the emergency room with Batman. And not even at the emergency room, we were at Walmart picking up his prescription, and I couldn't turn. I didn't think we were going to get home. I was so scared. And then yesterday, Catboy got a fever, and we gave him some Tylenol, and he's got a fever again today. And we need to get him into the doctor, but my mom, who would normally kind of be my call for when things like this happen, she is a cancer survivor of almost 13 years now. But when you have cancer and you go through chemotherapy, it compromises your immune system. And she still does actually have the tumor in her chest because it was in between a artery and a lung, so they couldn't remove it. So she really, really cannot. Spouse. What are you doing? He'd be in a goof. She really, really can't be coming in and getting around us and stuff. So we are kind of watching very closely. I feel that it is the flu. Catboy and Batman are arguing. You hear that? This is my life. I mean, I always promised I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is my life. It's crazy and hectic and yeah. So, but no, Catboy's sick now.
Give it to me. You're not going to fight with your sister over it, baby.
We are monitoring him closely. Like I said, I checked his throat really thoroughly, and I looked, and no, I am not a doctor.
You were playing with it because you're fighting over it.
I'm not a doctor by any means, but he's having more flu-like symptoms than he is strep symptoms. We are probably going to get him in today, if not tomorrow, to confirm. So that's just kind of where we're at. We have to pay our rent this month. The house hunting's, yeah, we're looking. That's about all we can do, and I look online and stuff, so it is what it is. There's an excellent chance that we are just going to kind of continue on the path that we were on previously in saving the money to put a house onto the 1 acre that we have, and then the secondary acre being for House of Hope. So we might not be moving into a rental, which there are pros and cons to all of it, and I know that. It's just, it's been really overwhelming with everything, so I'm just trying to take it one day at a time and let it be, and I'm not expecting anything to just like fall in my lap. I do put that work in, but really for now there's not a lot I can do.
No.
Just because even, you know, Batman's, I don't want to say he's not sick anymore, because we are still doing his Tylenol, his Tamiflu, and he's got a couple more days of his amoxicillin, but he's feeling 100% better. But now we've got Catboy that suddenly got these symptoms, and we're doing Tylenol and stuff like that. When you deal with the flu, Tamiflu can help lessen the symptoms, but there's nothing you can really do for it besides just let it run its course. So, you know, I mean, I normally opt out of doing Tamiflu. I don't like compromising the immune system like that. It's actually, in my opinion, and you don't have to agree with me and, you know, whatever, but I feel that the immune system should be able to build and fight on its own without the use of antibiotics and stuff like that. And a fever is actually the body's way of fighting sickness. You know, we of course have our thermometer, and I won't let it get too high, but a low-grade fever is actually not a bad thing, and it's actually doing a lot of good for your body. So it sucks, but it is what it is. Like I said, you don't have to agree with me, and I respect everyone's opinions. You know, yeah, I will. I kind of have to. Oh, Minnie Mouse. I disinfect the house probably 12 times a day. I wash my hands probably 24 times a day, and I put hand sanitizer on every 5 minutes, and we are about to need to go get more because we're using it so much, because I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that nobody else gets this. But as it sets, because now the car's down, I can't even go out and be house hunting. I can't even go out and take my kids to the doctor, and that sucks. And we're doing what we can. We really are, and I know that. Like I said, Hope's doing really well. We've got everybody in their kennel. It's so cold right now, and that's partially why Spouse isn't at work, is when the weather's really crappy, it's raining or it's freezing, they work outside, you know, and oh yeah, and Batman's in a jacket inside right now as we've got all the heaters running.
And it's a double zipper.
And it's a double zipper, he wants me to say. You are very correct, but we've got to get the car fixed. We have to finish getting our rent together so that we can even pay our landlord the way we're supposed to. And that's why the car really kind of got put on the back burner. Spouse can get picked up for work most days, and at least he has a ride back and forth. Getting to the grocery store and stuff's a little bit more difficult, and I need to go grocery shopping this week, but we're making do. That's all I can say to it, is we're making do, and I don't know.
Have faith, baby.
Have faith. Yeah,
Come together for a reason.
that's right. It's always darkest before the dawn. So, and I'm so sorry. I have so many little sayings that I use, and believe it or not, it's not just on here or on TikTok or wherever. I'm actually like this in real life. Like, I promised myself I would always be real, and I would be who I was, and this is really who I am. I'm really just this goofy, weird dork. Yep, totally. So, I don't know, I'm tired, but I'm not physically tired. I'm mentally tired because there's a lot going on right now. And it's the support from everybody and people, you know, are checking in and, hey, how's Batman doing? You know, how's the house hunting going? Guys, I love that. That makes me feel so great that people actually care about our lives and are taking an interest in keeping up with us and following along with us. You know, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world, that it's reached out beyond just Hope and Hope's journey into this journey of everything, and of House of Hope coming full circle, which it will. I do believe that it will. I don't know. I love all y'all guys. Y'all are great, and I appreciate everyone so much. You know, I could have totally fixed my car with the money I had put back for Hope, and the thought crossed my mind, but that money was not given to us for these reasons. And yeah, I know that it wasn't necessarily something that we knew about or knew that was going to happen, but I really wanted to be responsible with it, for lack of a better word.
Eat your cookies,
It wasn't
Mommy. Go eat your
it wasn't
cookies.
there to fix my car. It wasn't there to pay my rent or to, pay my electric bill or water bill or whatever it is. It was there to make
Take
sure
the
that
cookie
Hope
and go.
got everything that she needed
Okay, then go
done,
play.
and that's exactly what it did. And I don't know. I just don't. I always feel like maybe I'm gonna screw up, and that I'm not doing right by Hope's
Mom, there is
Warriors
nothing over there
and
you
the
can
love
play
that's
with.
been given to me, and so I'm always really cautious. And I think I'm gonna screw up on everything. I'm pretty sure that I'm screwing up, trying to parent my children, and I feel like if you're not worried just a little bit, then you probably shouldn't be doing what you're doing. So maybe I'm on the right path, maybe I'm not, I don't know. We'll figure it out, right? I was gonna say something else. Totally lost my train of thought. This is like my second cup of coffee. It's my Christmas one.
Christmas coffee.
Christmas coffee.
It's not
It's
your
actually my
Christmas coffee,
holiday.
That's your Dash Hound cup.
Well, yeah, it is my Dash Hound cup, but it's the holiday blend from Walmart that I got for 75% off because of this couponer that I follow on TikTok. That it was a hidden sale, quote unquote. They didn't have it posted at my store at least, but it was technically a holiday, so I got it after Christmas, and I think it was regular $6, and I got it for like $2. So that was really cool. I ended up getting like 3 bags of the stuff because it's not a bad blend. And then we've got our Folgers and stuff. I really, really want to try that Five Finger Death Punch. That's a band. That coffee that has like so much caffeine in it, but one small bag is $20. And I'm like, that is a lot of money for coffee. Especially for coffee that you can only drink 1 cup of, or you're liable to overdose yourself on caffeine. So I did
I'm
get.
good with it.
Isn't he a dork?
Daddy, bring back 2 cups
I did
of
get this last time that we went, and it's the one we actually just ran out of. I'm a sucker for a good Costa Rican blend. My grandmother was actually a missionary down to Managua, Nicaragua, where she taught at a deaf school back in the 2000s. God, don't let me be wrong about that. Yeah, I think it was around 2003, 2002. And so she used to send us coffee directly from the place where it's grown, and they had these coffee beans that were roasted and then covered in white or dark chocolate that you would eat, and oh my gosh, guys, it was the best thing ever. And I haven't had them in probably 10 years now, and it was so good. But yeah, she actually did mission work down there, and then she went to language school in Costa Rica and learned Spanish, or the Spanish down there, because it varies from country to country, and really even from city to city within the slang and stuff that's used. It's really just the same as a northerner speaking versus a southerner down here in the US. So she learned to speak Spanish, and then she learned Spanish Sign Language, so SSL maybe. I'm probably wrong on that too, I don't know, but it's also different from what ASL is, which is what we're trying to at least learn a little bit of. So whew, I don't know. I'm here. I'm keeping up with my 3 days a week. I did because the car went down on Monday. My mom came out and wouldn't get out of her car, but she brought Lysol and she brought hand sanitizer and hand soap. And then I sent with her the winners from my Instagram giveaway, my little doggy treats. I sent those with her, and she got those mailed out, and hopefully those will be there by the end of the week. Thank you to everyone who shared their stories and, about how they adopted their babies. I love reading. I love when people reach out to me and are telling me and sending me pictures of their babies and everything. That's like one of the best parts, because I'm just one little voice, and there are hundreds of thousands of dogs out there, and it means that I'm not alone in all this, and there are others just like me that do it. So thankfully nobody else is sick yet. Batman's technically better, so now we're just dealing with Catboy. Princess and Boy wash their hands pretty consistently. They use the hand sanitizer. They do what they're supposed to. And then she's actually, the hand sanitizer is right behind you, not me, because that's a wall, but you. And she actually just went and put hand sanitizer on, and now Batman's gonna go do it too, because we need loads of hand sanitizer. So, Minnie Mouse, we're doing everything we can for her. We'll put hand sanitizer on her when I can, and then I'm really sure to disinfect everything of hers throughout the day, just in case one of the kids accidentally coughs on it. I'm not trying to get anybody else sick. I don't want to get sick. Please don't let me get sick. Please don't let spouse get sick, Lord. So that's about it. It'll be okay. I know that's gonna be okay. And we're just gonna make it through this. And we're gonna pay our rent. We're gonna get everybody well. We're gonna try to get through our bills, and then we're gonna get the car fixed. And that's the crappy part about it. And we look and we do order a lot of car parts, because we've put so much money into this car that we would be upside down on it to sell it for even what it's worth, what it's not worth. Even, I don't know, we put way too much money in this car, and we need to put more money into it. And that's the crappy part about it. It still needs catalytic converters. It still needs what's that thing called? Oil gasket ring? Valve cover gaskets. And now it needs
Have a cord every tank of gas ain't that bad, alright?
Yeah, it's still leaking oil.
When it's leaking enough oil, I blow the engine, then we'll swap in a 200K fresh engine, and we're back, boys!
And then it needs the power steering pump. But right now it's not drivable at all. Like, I don't even trust that it could drive down to the gas station, which is a quarter of the mile up the road, because I cannot turn the steering wheel. At least before that went out, it was getting us back and forth into town, which is about 10 minutes in, so that we could go to the grocery store. But now we're basically without a vehicle, period. And that is a lot harder to deal with than you would think. So, but, oh, he's finally running everybody out. Ha 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 ha. And, oh, this is a fun one. So, spouse thinks that one of our pygmy goats is pregnant. And that means that we might have baby goats by spring. How fun would that be? And we're going to get an incubator for our chickens, because our roosters, they be doing their job all the time. I've had to have the birds and the bees conversation with cat boy all the way up to boy, because it's like, what are those chickens doing, Mom? Something that's supposed to be done in the barn, So we're wanting to get an incubator when they come back to the feed store, when the chicks do, and we're going to incubate eggs, and I think that's going to be so fun. Of course, if you follow me on TikTok, all of that will be there. This is kind of, I don't know, this is just a way for me to elaborate on everything that's going on, because you can't really do much in 60 seconds. And I can really expand on what's going on with Hope and just within our lives here. And I know my following is not nearly as big, but I feel like it could be more personal. And I read everybody's comments. I still read everybody's comments, and I go through and I try to like everyone. I still get comments on my original videos, and it's a lot, but I love it and I appreciate it. And I love all of y'all. And just be thinking about us. Pray nobody else gets sick. And I will see y'all all on Friday very soon. Bye, guys. Love y'all.